Kyle here with pocket eights, going to see pretty standard open.
I've always wondered what that was on Kyle's mask, too. The bird turtle thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he swaps between a Ninja Turtle one and a penguin pretty often.
Okay.
So I didn't see which one he's got on right now. Here we go. We got Kevin in the small blind. Going to do a 3-bet bluff here with ace-5 suited. Great hand to 3-bet bluff with.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. We got pocket sevens. John Ryan, this is my favorite hand.
He is thinking about it.
I can definitely think he's going to see a flop. He's going to try and set mine here, and he might even think he's got the best of it at the moment. And does he?
He's going to raise.
He put in a 4-bet. It is a little risky, I think, to 4-bet with a pocket pair like this because you don't hold any blockers to strong hands. And here's a great example of here comes Skydiver showing up with it with the 2 queens. But even this hand is in a pretty tough spot because, I mean, he can't fold, but he has to debate between either calling or 5-betting, and it's probably not likely that you're going to have a 5-bet range
Kyle folds
in a game like this.
A lot of strong hands in this hand.
Yeah, Kyle gets out of the way, easy fold, I think, with the pocket eights, despite it pretty much dominating.
Once the call of the 4-bet, too.
Once there's a cold call 4-bet, it's pretty hard to continue there. That's signifying a very strong range. Kevin goes ahead and gets in the middle as well. Kevin likes to see a lot of flops. Good poker player. And he
ace-5 smashes.
Out flops both of the better hands. Kyle probably kicking himself a little bit, but not really. You know, if you're calling 4-bets just to set mine, you're probably losing money.
Did Kevin check in the dark?
No, actually, I don't know. He may have checked in the dark, but either way, I think it's great to go ahead and check your whole range here.
I would have checked that, too.
Yeah, no, great check. John Ryan going to go ahead and rep range. He's not betting his hand here. He's representing the ace, a strong ace. Flush draw on board as well. Skydiver makes a great fold. Pocket queens getting out of the way. Kevin, obviously, I actually would probably see a raise here a lot of the time from Kevin. He has a lot of aces that he can get value from. Flush draws, straight draws. There it is. Yeah. Raises it up. He just rips it right in John Ryan's face. What?
Doesn't want to see a diamond, doesn't want to see another card.
Certainly doesn't. Doesn't want to see any high cards that are so much better for John Ryan's range. Actually looking for a count right now, which might seem crazy to some. This is like a pretty standard fold most of the time with pocket sevens here, but again, with players like this that have such a meta dynamic between them, it's not unlikely that Kevin just has air here. He could have something like Queen Jack of Diamonds just as easily as he does top and bottom pair. We might see a big pot real early on here.
This would be a hero call, but a bad hero call.
Yeah, exactly. In this exact instance. Let's see if John Ryan's going to suss this one out. I'm thinking he's going to fold the majority of the time. I think he's just going to tank fold. Got to maintain your image in these kind of games. You can't just snap fold your hand. What a rough spot to be in, though.
It is.
This is you went with the 4-bet with pocket sevens. No way. Is he getting calling chips together? Oh my gosh.
And he did back Kyle out of the winning hand with a set of 8s. Too.
Right. Yeah, interesting. I think if he hadn't decided to 4-bet, queens may have, Skydiver's queens may have 4-bet, or they could elect to flat there in position. Wow, he calls. Wow. What a call. This is, you really got to have a good read or something on Kevin here.
Yeah, unfortunately, put him on the diamonds or something.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty wet board in terms of draws. You know, there's a lot of straight draws, a lot of diamond draws. I think Kevin would be much more weighted to a diamond draw if he decided to bluff in this exact way. He's not going to have a lot of straight cards here. I wouldn't think that smooth calls a 4-bet out of position from the small blind. And maybe that's exactly what John Ryan is thinking. Might could have king queen of diamonds, something like that here. Who knows?
Because maybe think he's overplaying ace king or ace queen.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
something like that. That's why he put him on the diamonds.
Oh man, Kyle probably just kicking himself. banking quads with the case 8 on the turn. And Ace, John Ryan's going to be showing the bad news here. Losing a... Oh, they're running it twice.
Same result.
Same result.
They've come a long way. These cards are actually pretty thin, pretty pliable. The ones I used before were like placards.
Stiff. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Dealers here are doing a really great job with them.
Once again, coming to you from the booth, this is Greg Potter here and Matt Mooring.
Hello, hello.
Giving a little refresher in case you guys didn't catch us at the beginning of the stream.
Skydiver with kings.
Kings.
In the big blind.
Coming around the table.
He got to look at everybody.
Yeah.
Whole table's in. How big is this going to raise?
Right.
That's the only question.
I would actually like to see a massive raise here because it's going to look like a squeeze play with all the dead money.
It's about 850, 860.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And boy, oh, I love it. It wouldn't even be out of the question to go to something like 1,000.
Yeah.
You would also want to do this with a ton of bluffs. So it's a good sizing.
Yeah.
And with people like Jason,
it's scary. Scary to look down there with a bluff hand.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you can pull it off,
more power to you. And he's gonna see a flop. 2 suited cards. Let's gamble. Let's get in there. Bringing the action.
I think if there's ever like a TCH nuts hand, they call. I think it's going to be King 4 suited.
Yeah.
I see it rolled over a lot here.
Do you really?
To win some big pots.
That's funny. I did hear about, I think it was Will that actually got 5-bet jammed on with something like King 4 suited. And it's always just interesting to see and the bluff got shown, of course. And it's always just interesting to see what these guys are going to do. Steven going to see the flop with pocket tens. Nothing much to do there. 4-betting doesn't serve a lot of purpose, I don't think. Wow, we're going to see this flop 5 ways.
5 ways with kings.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much kings enjoy seeing a 5-way.
Has he folded his mind yet?
Yeah, exactly. And actually, even though he does have the lion's share of
he's way in the lead.
He's way in the lead, but there's still a lot of potential for someone. It's still a flip whether or not he wins this hand against 4 other players.
Wow, and Ryan hits the gin card.
He's just going to spike his 7s right there in the middle. This was a very similar situation to what I was talking about. This is why 7s is my favorite hand, is because I stacked a overpair with a flop and a set.
Well played.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you just flop sets, yeah. Game's real difficult whenever that happens. Skydiver going to go ahead and continue here. Once again, pretty innocuous board. A lot of draws out there, though, so I like... Actually, I would have preferred to see a little size up, but since this pot's already so large, a small bet into 5 players is probably more optimal.
A small $1,400 bet?
Yeah, small $1,400. Just, your casual.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
Keeping it humble. John Ryan deciding whether or not to flat or raise, but with 2 other people or 3 other people in the pot, I think we're going to see this go as a raise a lot of the time. You could do this with 10-9. You could do this with any 2 spades over pairs. Let's see, and Kevin actually floats with Queen 9 with the backdoor with all his backdoor equities. Got over cards. Backdoor clubs, straight draw.
He threw them all in, it looks like.
I mean, that was really his only play left. Actually, I didn't actually see his stack size. This is the only play that made any sense. When the pot's already so large like this, gonna see a call from Steven, a large.
Actually, the perfect size. He's gonna get good action on that bet.
Yeah, I think so too. Because there's already so much in the middle. Like, how can you fold an overpair with something like, 12K in the middle? You're getting phenomenal odds to call even if you're behind. And I'm certain Kevin's going to snap fold his hand. Nothing else to do there. But Skydiver's drawing to 1 king or backdoor or runner spade.
I think we're going to find out if he gets it or not.
Yep. Still a pretty miserable spot, but That said, I still don't think you can fold.
No, you have to.
Yeah, this is just a cooler in.
If you got me, you got me.
Exactly.
In poker, you're not going to win every hand you play. You gotta
No.
have to play your odds and take your lumps and
Yep.
hope you come out with the lion's share at the end of the day. If you are laying, ooh.
Oh, I thought he was folding. I was like, wow, what a fold.
It is pretty deceptive.
Yeah, with the placards. Placards roughly the size of a playing card. Yeah, nothing to do there. This is a cooler.
Pray for a king.
Pray for a king. That's all you can do. Oh, hey, he's got a lot more outs now. Oh, no, but he breaks it.
Run it twice.
Oh, they're running it twice. Always run it twice when there's 12K in the middle.
There
And he
it is.
spikes the king on the bottom.
Wow.
Wow.
There you go. Put your money in and hope for the best.
Yeah, run it twice. Has not happened since, however. In fact, I haven't seen aces in a while that has gotten action, so had kings 4 times the other day and lost 3 out of 4 of them, so you love to see it. And looks still like people are adding on more of those placards.
I think Will picked up a couple.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't win them, get them the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, just pile them on. Man, this game is so deep.
Good raise, putting Kevin to the test.
Certainly so. I think we're still going to see a call the vast majority of the time from Kevin
yes.
here. He still likes to get in the middle.
Oh, that's a great hand, too.
Yeah.
Not a great hand, but certainly.
Certainly a call to 1-3 bet at a table like this. And I believe he's in position, so it's all pretty fine and standard.
And paid off for his call.
And certainly so. And looks like Donkey's going to go ahead and check. Kevin decides to trap. I like it a lot on a board that, this is relatively what you could argue for a bet here. But I think he's giving Donkey an opportunity to bluff at it on later streets. Does not take the bait. Kevin going to try and eke out some value. Oh, looks like we are going to see a call. We might even see a raise.
I was just saying, call doesn't make too much sense.
Call doesn't make a lot of sense at all. If you are going to go ahead and take ace-3 and play it here, you're going to want to raise a lot of the time. And this is, I think we're still going to see a call from Kevin. And I don't know if this one's going to get through on him if Jason does decide to barrel. Unless a heart or another straight card comes. That's probably not going to be one that does it. Donkey's still reaching for chips, though.
Kevin's got to like that card.
He certainly does. I think. Did he say all in? Oh, wow. Oh, no. This was the one play that Jason had to get Kevin off of his hand.
When all else fails.
When all else fails.
Go all in.
Jam it in their face. This is miserable.
I love it.
This is miserable. Oh, my goodness. Because I will say, as played, like, think about what you would do with something like King 10 here. I think this is exactly how you might play it from Jason's perspective.
Any better king?
Yeah.
King 10, anything better than King 9?
Oh man, what a brutal spot! What is?
You're going to see in these deeper games, you're going to see a lot more river plays like this, a lot less on the flop.
Oh yeah,
as opposed to some of the skinny 1-2 games a lot of people are used to.
Yeah. My goodness.
Definitely.
He does not look happy. I wouldn't be either.
I think he'd land it down if he's waited this long.
I am starting to agree with you. I think if I was in this exact position, it would be really hard to find a call. But against this exact player, I might find a call. I don't know, man. This is a really tough spot. And once again, this is what makes Jason such a dangerous poker player, is he will just stuff it right in your face with ace high. Oh my gosh. Gonna take another peek at his cards too.
Was it Kevin that got bluffed earlier by the ace-4 or ace? Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was. Yeah, so he is just getting
the
pants blown off of him tonight. Little different situation. He only had, and there you go. Makes a crying call. Oh man.
Wow.
There we go. Steven picking up big slick here. Gonna open it up.
Steven's been playing very solid, getting good cards.
Certainly.
Really good image on the table.
I think so. Skydiver not going anywhere with a suited ace. Brant going to mix it up, get in there with a suited 2-gapper. 10-7 is actually my favorite suited gapper. I like playing that hand a lot. No real good reason for it, but I do.
You want a big pot with it once, right?
No.
No, you just like it.
I just like
it's
it.
pretty.
It's pretty. It's a
There
pretty
you go.
hand.
Left.
And
Wow.
we are going to see a big raise here from Kyle with queens.
Here we go.
Here we go. I think we're going to see, this is mainly going to be a battle between him, Steven, and JD. JD may even just get out of the way to this 4-bet. He elected to 3-bet the 9s on the button, which I like a lot. You can open up your 3-betting range a little bit on the button.
I don't see Steven folding.
No, Steven, I think. I don't know, though. I think he either, with JD on the button behind, or 2 players behind, he either has a 5-bet or a fold here, I think.
He's coming in.
And it looks like he is
Fire away.
gonna go for the 5-bet here. Makes it nice and big. Looks like 6,125, something like that. Yeah, 6.1K.
This might be our first mega pot all in.
Yep, and Kyle also in a miserable spot. I think we're just gonna see him jam it in. He is now playing, if he calls, he's now playing out of position, which is miserable, and I think with his exact hand, he wants to just go ahead and see all 5 cards. If he does elect to jam, I don't think Steven can go anywhere either. I do kind of like Steven's sizing here, because it forces Kyle to commit his entire stack or fold.
Kyle's got 2 choices.
And
And
I think, and there it is.
And Steven's not laying it down.
No, I don't think so. Not for the odds he's getting, yep. And a call, and we are
Here we go.
in a classic race, Ace King versus Queen. I'm surprised they didn't table him. These guys have known each other forever. There's the Queens. Probably some table talk that we miss a little bit. Running it twice. And Queens are going to hold up on the first one. And
No, that's it.
Kyle is a run it once guy.
Run it pure, run it once.
Give me max pain, please. Queen 10, I think we're going to see an open here.
We'll definitely find those crazy games like that here.
Oh, most certainly. Yeah, there's nothing like the games here. Brant going to go ahead and pick it up with the birds. 3-bet to 500. I like the sizing here. 4x. Bill looks like he's just going to make a flat call with King Jack in the big blind. And I can't imagine Skydiver's going to fold here too often.
He's got a great call in hand. Good,
yeah, good post-flop playability and flops pretty well, and he's getting a good price. So, yep, there he goes. He goes and makes the call. Brant, loving life. Only thing better than
as of right now.
Yeah, as of right now, we may see the tides turn a little bit on the flop, and
great flop for him.
Fantastic flop, very dry, and on top of that, Bill flops top pair. It looks like he's going to go ahead and develop a donk leading range here. Not unreasonable on a board this dry. However, there's not a ton of hands that he could be doing this, but Brant's probably just loving it. Skydiver getting well out of the way.
Brant can push him off that hand now.
And does he? Oh, Bilty bet really large. He bet pretty big. Like
Yeah,
almost a full pot size bet here, which I definitely don't fault. There's a lot of turn cards you don't want to see with that hand. Give it some protection. That is a turn card you're certainly not unhappy to see, and he's going to continue the aggression here, betting half pot. Pretty standard sizing, but he's going to get some bad news. Brant could go, I think, either way. Most of the time he's just going to call, but could go either way between a call and a raise there.
Brant hasn't put any big bets in yet. Big pots. He definitely likes controlling the pot a little bit and staying out of trouble, I think.
Yeah, and Bill decides to go ahead and bet Queen. The Queen is probably a slightly better card for him because a lot of the time he's going to be taking this exact line with Queen Jack, and it's not likely that Brant is going to have a lot of floats with a Queen in them. So I really like this continuation here.
Horrible against aces, but
yeah, I mean,
it's a death sentence against aces because of those threes. But
I will always going for the raise.
Brant.
Here we go, Brant. There you go. Stick something in there. That's a big raise too. Really intimidating with those black cards. My goodness, was that 10K? Wow.
That's serious.
Yeah, it is a serious bet right there. Oh, he goes and makes it 9. I think Bill just has to fold here. But I do like the play by both of them so far. Bill went for thin value, and Brandt is also still going for arguably thin value here when he decides to raise. Trying to get all the value in the world from hands exactly like what Bill is holding.
Yeah, Bill played it pretty heads on, pretty full speed.
I think so.
Maybe could have played it a little softer to minimize your losses, but you know.
I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, a lot of the time when you take that line, you're still going to get good value from worse. He's just running right into it here.
It's easy because we know he has aces.
Yeah, exactly. We can see the cards. Game's real easy when you can see the cards. A lot of people in the chat saying, like, Bill has all the jacks and queen, or all the jack, jack, and queen, queen here. I don't think that's entirely true, but it's certainly within his range. I think Brandt being the 3 better. Did he just...
And
call. Oh, I thought he re-raised him. Man, that would have been a monster play.
Wow.
Just a call. Brandt going to scoop a big one.
A $20,000 pot there, maybe?
26K, 25.9. Wow. That is the biggest pot of the night, I think.
And gets 3-bet right away.
Yeah, the King Jack 3-betting an under the gun raiser is
not a quite standard.
No, definitely not standard, but if you think Taco is going to be opening a lot of junk here, then it's perfectly reasonable spot to do it, blocking a lot of strong hands. It just kind of sucks when you're going to run into it a little bit here.
And I think he is.
Yeah, I think so. We're probably going to see... Oh, we got a 3-bet.
Brandt 4-bet.
Brandt 4-bet. So Taco, I don't even think it's too exceptionally out of the question to fold in this exact instance with 2 players left behind you. I don't think that's what he's going to do. But when you're facing a stack that is 33,000 deep as the 4-better, it's kind of sucks calling out a position with ace king.
And that's a big percentage of his chip stack to put in.
Exactly. He's putting in roughly...
You got to respect Bill a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Your closing action, it might be different.
Oh, if you're closing action, this is a slam dunk call. However, in this spot, it is definitely a tough one, even if you got the best hand at the moment. He is going to go ahead and jam, though. I like that. If you are going to put chips in the middle, that's the way to do it.
If you're not going to fold.
If you're not going to, exactly. If you're not going to fold, just ship it, man.
2 choices.
You got 2 options. I don't know. This is. I think if it was suited, I would lean a lot closer towards a flat. It just really would suck a lot if Bill decided to 5-bet jam over top of you. Then you pretty much have to fold. Bill goes ahead and makes the laydown. Tried to make a play, and unfortunately, he just ran into it. Been doing that a little bit tonight. It's you hate to see it. Brandt in a tough spot now with ace-queen. A lot of people may consider this a pretty easy fold, especially because it's offsuit, but I don't think that given the dynamics at this table, this is as straightforward of a fold as many might think. I think that's what he's going to ultimately lean towards, but it's definitely a close spot.
Yeah, most hands he would have good odds to call.
He's not getting it with this.
Certainly really behind here.
Yeah,
like I said, his instincts have been on all night.
He's calling 5.6K into a pot that's going to be roughly 16, maybe just over 15.
10.5 right now.
And it looks like the graphics updated with Taco's more accurate chip stack. Still getting. And he's going to go ahead and call. Oh, man, he's going to get shown some bad news, though.
That is yet to be.
That is yet to be. I mean, we will see on the flop. We will settle it in the streets.
And are they going to run it twice?
I would imagine they are. I don't think there's been an all-in tonight except against Kyle.
Kyle's one hand.
He only ever runs it once to begin with, but everyone else I think is that is not the flop you want to see.
Yeah.
That ain't the one.
You're live for the second draw. No.
And
they're putting the stub down.
They are going for the one time. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to travel and play poker post-COVID.
Hopefully after the summer we'll be back to
Some sense of normalcy.
Semi-normalcy.
Yeah.
I think when I was in Vegas, they were talking about the plexiglass. That's what they were saying was they went up about August, November, and they were saying about a year.
Mm-hmm.
What everybody was thinking.
That sounds about right. Got another limp game going here. King 10 suited in the +1. And Brant's going to raise it up with King 9. Going 3 ways with John Ryan with the best of it at the moment. This, wow, this is going to be an action board.
Get the smokestack. Here we go.
There it is. Fireworks going to be going. I can't imagine Bill's going to be in here too much.
All we need is a flush draw to make this a real good hand.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, but Bill's out of there. We need... This is going to be a Sparks hand. I think the way that the most money is going to go in the middle is if it double bricks on the turn and river. If we get like a 7 of diamonds and
7 of diamonds would be just beautiful for us.
Yeah, be beautiful for us and everyone watching. That's not the one. However, it'd be nice. I'm certain something that's going through these players' minds is that now that the ace peeled on the turn, there's a flush draw out there that someone very likely could have floated with. The kings, I think, are going to go for even more value.
Yeah.
To try and get some from any ace that just spiked a pair. However, Brand is currently betting into a better hand. You hate to see it.
He's going
to go ahead and raise it up. I actually like a raise here. There's plenty of things, plenty of draws out there. If he did spike an ace, if he had spiked an ace, he might think it's the best hand a good portion of the time. And Brant would call, but even as played, I don't think Brant's going to be able to get away from this. This is just going to be a cooler. John Ryan doesn't have a whole heck of a lot behind either, but Brant did just dust off.
And John just doubled up to about 9K before this hand.
Yeah, so I can't imagine Brant is the happiest camper right now.
No.
Dusting off 8K to Taco and then immediately being faced with a cooler.
Yeah, he does have the most to lose. So.
Yeah. But I think, honestly, at the moment, he's thinking about how can I get all the money in the middle. Goes ahead and makes the call. I don't think there's anything else to do except that.
We break a heart here. Oh.
So
King 10. John's certainly betting.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do here. He's probably just going to ship it.
Probably.
There's nothing else. Yep, there it is. And a snap call.
Random
Nothing
call.
else to do. Nothing else to do.
Read 'em and weep.
Cooler City, man. What a rough run out for Brant. Man, he was playing good, running so well there in the beginning, and then just it shows you just how quickly the stacks can turn on you as the session goes on.
And he does.
Takes it down. Kyle having himself a fantastic evening.
Has he even played a hand yet? I mean, he just sits there and
just
all these
wakes up
chips
with
just float to him.
Yeah, just wakes up with kings and queens.